After all, moon is a satellite for this planet, helplessly strung to this planet and making its rounds. What is the significance? Why these full moons and no moons are held significant? Probably many of you know, I hope you do not know this by experience. You should know that if someone is mentally disturbed on a full moon day, on a new moon day, they get little more disturbed than usual. You're aware of this? Happens to you? Say yourself, you just be with me, don't worry about the camera. So, it doesn't happen to you, but it does happen to somebody. So it is not that moon instigates madness, it is just that when the moon takes certain positions, it heightens whatever you are. If you are loving, you become more loving. If you are joyful, you become more joyful. If you are blissful, you become much more blissful. If you're a little insane, you become much more insane. If you're meditative, you become far more meditative. It just enhances everything that you are. So we consider these days important so that you consciously create the right kind of quality in you so that it gets enhanced. Today is Paurnami, in the morning you get up and you be in a certain way, you create a certain quality in you so that by evening that quality is enhanced. So whatever the qualities that you are, so that you start engineering it more consciously than being a victim of unconscious eruptions within yourself. So the moon does not make you mad or meditative, it just enhances whatever you are. You know, even the ocean goes mad. If you are a swimmer on the beach, it's madness for you. But if you are a skipper of a large vessel, it is a boon for you. But something is happening. The very ocean is trying to rise. When the very ocean is trying to rise, the situation may be conducive for you also to rise, probably, if you are willing to make use of it. And moon's influence on human life is far more than that. To do anything with yourself, to be aware where the moon is could be useful because it creates different types of qualities and energies in the system. If one is aware, he could make use of it. In English language, moon is lunar. If you take a step further, you become a lunatic. So generally, the influence of the moon is considered illogical. Anything illogical, generally in the West got labeled as madness or insanity. But here, we always saw the limitations of logic. Logic is very useful to conduct the material aspect of your life. If you want to do your business, you want to build a house, you want to do all the things in the world, you have to be logical, there is no other way to conduct it. This is the problem with us. To conduct the outside, we call the divine. To conduct the inward, we try to go at it logically. Both won't work for us. So, when it comes to subjective dimensions of life, if you're not willing to step beyond the limitations of your logic, then nothing ever will happen. The process of our birth is connected to these cycles. You know that clearly the feminine cycles and our birth is very directly connected. Apart from that, this 12.25, somewhere between 11 and 3/4 to 12.25 is one solar cycle, it varies a little bit. If you complete 7 cycles of the solar system, if you complete 7 solar cycles, you will complete 1008 lunar cycles. That is, if you live for 84 years and 3 months, you would have completed 7 solar cycles and 1008 lunar cycles. If you just manage to live that long, I may be encouraging a lot of rubbish now. If you just manage to live to complete 7 solar cycles and 1008 lunar cycles, then you can break a certain bond with the earth. Your bond with the planet is broken largely and very easily, with very little assistance. Even if you know nothing about anything, with very little assistance, you can go beyond the cycles of birth and death. Because your bond with the planet and the material of the planet, the memory of which you carry within you and the memory of you, the material also carries, you will break that bond. Once this bond is broken, then the work that needs to be done is very simple. When people say the salt of the earth, it has more meaning than most people understand. You are the salt of the earth. This whole body is just a small blob which has just popped out of this planet. What you call as myself right now is just a little blob of earth which just splashes out and falls back. And this keeps happening because there is a bond between the planet and you. The energy that you refer to as myself and the material which has become the manifestation of yourself. It's a very profound relationship. But if you complete 7 cycles of the sun along with that you complete 1008 lunar cycles, then your bond with the planet is largely broken. From there on, it becomes very simple. With a very small push, it could be done. So if you've not done anything right, all you have to do is torment the world with 84 years of you and because ultimately it's only the result that matters.